Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. It seems no one in the IBF top 15 is willing or able to face Filip Hrgovic in a final eliminator that will guarantee themselves a shot at a world title if they win. It's pretty hard to sort of believe that no one wants that fight, but this is what Eddie Hearn, Filip Hrgovic's co-promoter, is saying. And in fact, he's sort of hung out to dry one of his other fighters, who's at number 15 in the rankings. See here on screen, so Martin Bakole. So Hrgovic is co-promoted by Hearn, and Hearn also promotes Bakole. So there's been an update which Hearn has given to Boxing Social saying, look, Martin Bakole was offered the fight. He wasn't ready to take it when we wanted him to take it, and then later we heard he wants a tune-up before being willing to face Filip Hrgovic. So this is another guy who's been given an opportunity and seemingly will not grasp it. So there's a couple of things to unpack with the Bakole situation, the IBF situation more broadly, because what is going on here? Seriously, it's getting beyond a joke. Hrgovic waiting and watching, remembering it was going to be Michael Hunter facing him in this IBF final eliminator. Hunter, I should say, pulled out, went on to become a card filler at Triller. He has still not had his first fight on that deal. That was pushed back. It's going to be against Mike Wilson in August, I believe. But in terms of this situation, so Hearn talking to Boxing Social, saying that Martin Bakole wasn't going to be ready for a fight in August when they wanted to have it, said he'd be ready in September, but then later news came back that he wanted a tune-up fight first. I mean, seriously, in this period of the pandemic where things have been a bit sort of hazy with what's really going on and things are not quite normal, but they're almost back to normal, one of the things that promoters, including Eddie Hearn, has said, stay ready, because if you get the call, you need to answer it. So very disappointing to hear that Bakole isn't going to grasp this opportunity. Because let's face it, Martin Bakole is a guy that, who really needs him? He's a good heavyweight fighter. He's been sort of building through his trainer and pseudo-promoter Billy Nelson, this sort of avoided type vibe that no one wants to face him. Billy Nelson, very vocal on social media for forever and a day, ad nauseum, talking about Martin Bakole will be willing to fight X fighter, Martin Bakole willing to step in, Martin Bakole willing to take a fight. But when it comes to the opportunity, which he should be grasping with both hands, a final eliminator in the IBF, guaranteeing a title shot in the IBF, and the current holder being Anthony Joshua, can't pull the trigger. So it really does put a massive gaping hole into some of the stuff that Martin Bakole's trainer, Billy Nelson, has been peddling online forever and a day. So to say that he's avoided and people don't want to face him, he was offered this fight. This is what his own promoter is saying. And he won't be ready, and he wants to tune up a fight first. Ridiculous. So Martin Bakole and also Billy Nelson, cry me a river with the future sort of heartache stories and woe about people avoiding you because you had an opportunity, didn't grasp it. That's on you, uppercut for yourself. But there's a broader concern here because the top 15, Martin Bakole is number 15. And Eddie Hearn said they've been working down the list. No one wants it. He named Charles Martin, Andy Ruiz, Luis Ortiz, Tony Yoka, obviously Martin Bakole. No one wants the fight. And why is that? Guaranteed shot at a title. Well, there's a couple of reasons, but the main one is money. People have seen what was on offer for Michael Hunter versus Filip Hrgovic. It was, 360 grand. No one is seemingly willing to take short money here. They don't want to go in against a risk like Filip Hrgovic, because let's face it, he's a good fighter, good skills, got power, got a really good right hand, and if he needs to, he can box. So he's got a lot of tools, obviously a very good amateur, has been on the scene for some time as a pro, and also sparring very tough guys way back in the day when he was an amateur. So he's a known commodity. And there is the element of his danger, it's the risk versus reward scenario. People don't want to get, 40% if it's a 60-40 split or whatever it would be. They don't want to get the short end of the money here. and end up losing a fight, cashing out on effectively their next 2 years or plus, trying to re-maneuver themselves for short money. That's really what it's all about. And ironically, because he mentioned Charles Martin, this fight was offered to Charles Martin way back, and Charles Martin said no. And the thing is here, you've got Charles Martin absolutely begging Dillian Whyte for a fight, but he won't fight Filip Hrgovic. So it kind of exposes Charles Martin as really just trying to go after the money fight. I know some people with that Dillian Whyte video that I made the other day saying that effectively Whyte, does he really need Martin, and a whole manner of reasons for that, but promotional reasons being among that. Some people maybe got the wrong end of the stick of that video, but what I was trying to get across was I didn't know how makeable it would be. But you have Charles Martin seemingly saying he wants to fight for a title and get back and have a shot at Anthony Joshua, but he's denying himself the opportunity by not taking the Filip Hrgovic fight. So it kind of, screams for this whole Dillian Whyte call out that it is just all about money. But let's not mince words. That is the heavyweight game. It's prize fighting after all. So for all the positioning and the social media finessing and other bits and pieces, ultimately it's coming down to a risk and reward situation. Charles Martin doesn't want to face Filip Hrgovic for short money, and neither do the rest of these guys. You got a whole bundle of other guys in here. I mean, for someone like a number 11 Dempsey McKean, that would be a career-defining opportunity for him. Step up to a world-level type fight or fringe world-level type fight. But seemingly from what Hearn is saying, they've been working their way down the list. No one wants it. Otto Wallin, Zhang Jilei, Hughie Fury. I mean, there's other names in here. Ortiz, Ruiz, Yoka, Caballero, Joseph Parker. And Parker, I think from what we know, is probably going to face Derek Chisora. When that name came up of Parker, all of a sudden his manager, David Higgins, an advisor, said effectively Parker had a few elbow issues which may have contributed to the performance against Chisora. There was alluding to a potential procedure that would sort of put him out of play for a fight with Hrgovic. So everyone is ducking and diving all over the place, putting themselves out of the frame. And now we've worked our way down to number 15. How ridiculous is that? And Eddie Hearn has actually spoken about that situation, saying, well, they may just have to get him a fight just so he can stay active, and that may not be the final eliminator. Obviously, it's there, he's willing to take it, but there is no one willing to get in the ring with him. Martin Bakole, seemingly the latest among a long laundry list of names. Here is the top 15. No one seemingly wants it. And how disappointing is that? I mean, we're always talking about the best fighting the best, and this is the thing. Charles Martin wants to call out Dillian Whyte, say that he wants to fight a bum, but he's diving away from a final eliminator with Filip Hrgovic. Sorry, Charles Martin, you can't have it both ways. And neither can fans, because fans are always talking about best fighting the best, too much of, people avoiding each other. Well, this is a classic situation. Martin could have fought Hrgovic, decided not to. And for whatever else, what other reasons, no one else in this top 15, from what we're hearing, is willing to take the chance for a guaranteed title shot. Outrageous. What do you make of it all? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.